Hello students of Standard 10. Welcome to DAV Moyle Public School. I am your English teacher Jagruti Mishra. Let's begin our today's online session of English. Today we will continue with the same lesson, necklace. Before proceeding further, let us quickly recapitulate what we studied in our previous session. The necklace. A lady, Matilda Loisel, lived in a flat with her husband. He worked as a clerk for the Ministry of Education. They were not able to live a luxurious life. However, they were not poor, merely simple. However, Matilda's desire was to be rich. She felt irritated, disappointed, and sad of not having a large house. Moreover, she desired to have good dresses, lots of jewelry, which made her sad. One day, her husband brings her an invitation. It was an invitation to the ball. He thought his wife would be very excited about seeing the invitation letter. However, his wife, instead of being happy, threw away the invitation letter and started weeping. She complained about not having a pretty dress to wear on such a great occasion. She wanted to seek admiration of everyone. Also, she wanted to be a success at the party. His gentle husband gave her 400 francs to buy a pretty dress. He had saved the money to buy a rifle. The week of the party approached. Again his wife seemed to be anxious again. She was upset as she felt that she didn't have any jewelry to wear with the dress. Her husband suggested her to ask the same for his friend Forrester. Matilda went to her house and borrowed a sparkling necklace. Matilda, along with his husband, enjoyed a lot at the party. She was successful in seeking everyone's attention to her. Then they headed for the home during the odd hours in the morning. Let's see what happens next in the story. Dear students, in this lesson you will come across many new words. Here are their meaning. Elegant, graceful and stylish in appearance or manner. Enthusiasm, intense and eager enjoyment, interest or approval. Admiration, respect and warm approval. Salons, a reception room in a large house. Purse, the short fine soft hair of certain animals. Hailing, fall or be hurled forcefully. Coachman, a driver of a horse-drawn carriage. Shivering, shaking slightly and uncomfortably as a result of being cold, frightened or excited. Nightfall, the onset of night dusk. Cloth, a sleeveless outdoor overgarment that hangs loosely from the shoulders. After the party was over, they take a carriage and come back to their home. By then, they were extremely tired. The enthusiasm and fun of Madame Loisel had ended by then. Mr. Loisel also remembered that he had to reach his office by 10 in the morning. As she stood in front of the mirror and removed the wrap off to see herself one last time in the beautiful dress and necklace. She cried because the necklace was missing. It was not on her neck. Mr. Loisel was already half undressed by then and was almost ready to go to sleep when he asked her the reason for shouting. She turned towards him and said that Ma'am Foyster's necklace was missing and that it might have fallen somewhere. They searched in the folds of dresses, the cloth and in the pockets, but could not find it. Mr. Loisel then asked her if she remembered having it on the while they were leaving the minister's house. Ma'am Loisel said that she remembered having it on as she felt it while leaving the house of the minister. Mr. Loisel said that it would have fallen on the street. Then they would have heard the sound of it falling, but they did not hear anything, which meant that it must be fallen in the cab. To this she replied that it could not be possible, that she said it was right and asked him if he noted down the number of car. Both of them had not seen the number of carriage. They were let down by what had just happened. Mr. Loisel dressed up again and go and look on the tracks where they were walking. She remained at home wearing her evening gown, whereas her husband went out in searching of the necklace. Mr. Loisel returned to around 7 in the morning and announced that he had not found anything. He also went to the police station and cab offices asking about it and gave an advertisement about it in the newspaper, offering a reward for whoever returned it. Madame Loisel waited for her husband the whole day, and when he returned, he announced that he had not been able to find the necklace. Mr. Loisel told his wife to write to Ma'am Foster that he had given the necklace for repairing as the hook of the necklace had broken. After looking for it for almost a week, they decided to buy another necklace for her. They were not able to find the original one. Then they started looking for a necklace similar to the one they had lost and found one in the shop at Paris Royal. The price of the necklace was 36,000 francs with a discount of 4,000 francs. Mr. Loisel had about 1800 francs which were given to him by his father before his death. He borrowed the rest of the money from different money lenders. He then bought the new necklace from the shop by paying the full amount. When Madame Loisel took the necklace to her friend told her that she should have returned it earlier. She too needed it. Her friend did not even open and check the necklace as Madame Loisel had expected. Madame Loisel was worried about what would happen if her friend came to know about the replacement of necklace. She could blame her to be a thief. Madame Loisel realized how horrible life could become. She knew that they would have to pay the loans that they had taken for the necklace at any cost. So they started to reduce their expenses and save more. They removed the maid from her job, changed their house, and rented rooms on the roof of a building. Now she had to learn the tiring and boring work of kitchen like washing dishes and cooking food. She would wash clothes and hang them on the line to dry. She used to go down to the streets each morning to get water with the little money she had. She used to dress like ordinary people and go to the grocery shop, the butcher shop, and the fruit shop with a basket to buy the things of daily use. The husband was also in miserable condition as he used to work extra time in the evenings and often did copying work at night for a small amount of 5 sous a day. They did this for 10 years and paid back their debt within this period. By this time, Ma'am Loisel had become hardworking woman of a poor household. She had started looking old and her hair badly kept, hands red, and she used to speak in a loud voice. Many times to feel good, when her husband used to go to work, she would sit next to the window and think about the party at the minister's house. She used to feel good about how beautiful and elegant she looked that day. She would imagine about how her life would be if she would have not lost the necklace. She used to think how unpredictable life could be and how a small step could change a person's life. One day, Ma'am Loisel was relieving herself of the stress of the week and enjoying a walk along the Champ Elysees when she suddenly saw a lady walking with a child. The young, pretty, and attractive lady was Ma'am Foyster. Ma'am Loisel started thinking about whether she should talk to her or not. She decided that as she had given her the necklace back and paid back all the debts, there was no reason for her not to talk to her. Madame Loisel went to her and said, "Good morning, Jenny." Ma'am Foyster was confused as she could not recognize the person but thought that she was familiar because only her close friend used to call her by that name. She told her that she might have got the wrong person and that she might be looking for someone else. But Ma'am Loisel introduced herself to be her old friend Jane Foyster was shocked to see her in such a poor and strange look. She then replied that she did have some hard days since they last met. She said that life had been miserable and it was all because of her. Then Ma'am Foyster asked how she was responsible for her bad days, to which Matilda replied that she had lost her necklace. To this, Ma'am Foyster replied that it was not possible because she has returned it to her. Matilda replied that she had bought a similar necklace and they had been paying the debt for last 10 years. She also said that they were not that rich to afford such an expensive necklace. Matilda added that their debt was now over and she was satisfied with whatever she had. Jane was surprised and asked Matilda if she bought a diamond necklace just to replace a lost necklace, to which she replied yes. Ma'am Foyster was touched. Holding her arms, she said that the necklace which she borrowed from her was a fake necklace and that it was not worth more than 5,000 francs. In this way, Matilda was shocked that she had been working 10 years to pay off that necklace, and see what she comes to know that the necklace was not the real diamond, it was a fake necklace. And here, dear students, we end the story. Now let us quickly recapitulate the story. On reaching home, Matilda was surprised on not finding a necklace around her neck. They both felt that it might have fallen down in the cab which they took to reach home. Also, he searched on the streets they had come through. Moreover, he approached the police, gave advertisement but all in vain. Her husband asked her to write a letter to her friend. She wrote that she had the clasp broken and it is getting repaired. Meanwhile, they are successful in searching for a similar necklace. However, it cost 36,000 francs. His husband was inheriting 18,000 francs from his father. However, they had to borrow the remaining money. They managed to buy the necklace through inherited and borrowed money. But it took them a period of 10 years to repay the borrowed amount. In these years, their lives have drastically changed. They moved to a smaller apartment, cleaned and cooked herself. Moreover, his husband did multiple jobs to repay the amount. Also, she looked like a strong woman of a poor household. She looked very aged. One day, she saw Miss Jane Forrester on the street. She decided to tell her the truth about the necklace, but she was stunned by the rough appearance of the foreigner. Moreover, on learning the truth of necklace, Jane Forrester told that it was a fake one. The worth of the same was not more than 500 francs. So, what is the conclusion of the story is, one should not crave for luxuries. One must be satisfied and contented with what one has. Desires leads to unhappiness. Moreover, we should never hide the truth. Dear students, based on our today's session, here is a short assignment for you. Have a nice day. Thank you. Dear students, based on our today's session, here is a short assignment for you. Have a nice day. Thank you.